daycare, right? We heard about $10 a day daycare, which was a big part of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's election campaign in the last federal election in 2021. And since he won his minority government, well, he has made deals with provinces and territories to provide that funding to be able to reduce daycare costs to that $10 a day. But when it comes to applications in Ontario, well, nearly 250 childcare centres have essentially signaled their intent to opt out of the federal government's $10 a day program since applications opened up across the Greater Toronto area last week. And hundreds more are saying that they may stay in the sidelines because they're saying that they have yet to make their final decision, but it has to do with them understanding what is part of this agreement before they can make this business decision. These child care centers, well, if you imagine you're running a business and you need to figure out your operating costs and you need to put your budget together. Well, they're saying not knowing what's in the contract is going to put them in dire situation when it comes to running their operation. The City of Toronto, York Region, and Peel Region all opened their application portals for entry into the Canada-wide Early Learning and Childcare Agreement last week, and since then, the deadline that is fast approaching. Well, since then, 172 of Toronto's 1,000 licensed centers have applied to opt out into the program so far, while 5 have formally opted out. So there is speculation that more will opt out. In Durham Region, 30 out of the 104 licensed centers have applied to opt into the program so far, while in Peel Region, 22 out of the 119 licensed centers have submitted their application to opt in, and in York Region, 21 out of the approximately 500 licensed centers have also opted in. When it comes to what this means, they're saying that a Toronto City spokesperson said that they're pleased with the number of applications received so far. The deadline is until September 1st to apply, and they're going to work with these operators to make sure that support is provided and they're able to make an informed decision. And the problem is about the informed decisions, as some of the operators are raising concerns about committing to reducing their fees when it comes to understanding what's in that contract in terms of funding levels, and particularly when it comes to the funding levels in 2023 and beyond. The average cost of daycare is about $70 a day in the province of Ontario. And for these daycare centers to essentially commit to reducing their prices, they need to understand what the funding commitment is by the government to be able to take care of their needs. This is a statement that's put out there by Maggie Moser, who operates the Blossoming Minds Learning Center on Danforth Avenue. I'm going to read you the statement. It says, in order to make a fundamental change in a business, to go from a revenue stream where parents pay fees, you have a business plan based on that revenue stream where you're reducing your fees gradually over time. You have to figure out how it's going to work, and we just don't have a clear information on that. She says there's no center, at least among the independent centers that we know, that have received a written contract. Some municipalities have told the centers that they won't be receiving a written contract, and some have said that they won't have anything for them until later on in the fall. And this causes a problem that you cannot make business decisions in an unbusiness-like manner. Completely makes sense. This is a funding that the federal government has provided in Ontario. It's a $13.2 billion agreement with the federal government. It's structured in a way that it's supposed to put the onus on the municipalities to enroll licensed centers and agencies into new system and distribute the money. So essentially this is, in a sense, to be able to reduce the fees being charged to parents by 25% as of April 1st of this year, and by 50% as of January 1st of next year. And when it comes to parents who are waiting for their rebates that they were told would arrive in May, well, the Ontario government, since they inked the deal with the federal government of the $10 a day childcare in the province in March, well, they're saying that they haven't received the money yet. This was supposed to reduce the fees by 25% as of April 1st, as mentioned, and it's been really slow in rolling out the money to the parents. And essentially now Doug Ford, Premier, was asked in a previous press conference about the money being rolled out. He says that they're going to move on this as quickly as possible once when the House rises as well, and they're saying that they're going to make sure parents get their money, but this does fall on the municipalities when it comes to going through the distribution for the childcare centers.